Here at TechEx Olympia 2025, I am pleasure to be joined by Juan from Barbara. Easy question. Tell us all about Barbara. What do you do?
Okay,
Am I saying Barbara right? Because that's the way I say it.
No, that's perfectly pronounced. It's
Okay.
Barbara. In fact, we picked that name because I think it's easy to pronounce in very different languages.
Excellent.
So that's a good choice, I would say.
Yeah. So more importantly, what do you guys do?
So basically, our customers are industrial companies that are in, let's say, a digital transformation journey or their operation. So they need to extract data out of their OT devices, the industrial assets. They need to exploit that data, and they need to, eventually at the end of the process, to deploy AI models to use that data. Doing that with the traditional IT approach of using cloud computing is normally not the best idea for industrial companies because they are reluctant to send the data outside because of privacy issues or security concerns. Also because of the cost, sending everything outside and processing that outside is costful. So they prefer to use, or they might prefer to use, edge computing to do that locally. So edge computing means that you will process the data next to where the data is being collected.
Okay.
In order to do that in a scalable way, let's say that you have 100 factories and you have each factory has 3 product lines. You will need probably 300 devices to assist everything. If you want to do that in a scalable way, you will need a platform like Barbara. Barbara allows you to deploy applications at the edge to those devices and orchestrate them. So you can configure, reconfigure them, decommission them, install new applications so you enable new use cases, etc., etc. That way is the best way to do a scalable digitalization of your processes at the edge.
Awesome. And you've got this little chart here for us, which makes it a lot even easier.
That digitalization journey that I mentioned is what I try to draw in here. So companies, when they decide to start digitalizing themselves, they basically start by connecting data, connecting assets. So they need to extract data. There is a second phase where they will process that data locally, and eventually they will use AI. For all these steps, we are having solutions that will help them.
Right.
Okay, so our platform, it's focused on the control plane, meaning that we help them to orchestrate and manage the applications, but we have a marketplace. That marketplace let them have some pieces of software that they will need in each of these steps.
So you're involved in every stage of this, yeah?
Exactly. So if they are just getting data out of their assets, we have connectors with the typical industrial assets. If they are processing that data with the typical tools for analyze, visualize, store the data, we are having some of them on Marketplace. If they are developing their own AI models, we are integrating ourselves with the typical frameworks of development so they can deploy directly without any friction.
Wow.
So we try to cover the whole data.
That's absolutely awesome. So I'll ask you another easy question. What are you excited about in 2025?
So, we are having quite a lot of customers in the energy and water segments.
Right.
So I see that this is hugely increasing.
Right.
Basically, in the energy, for example, there is a clear example of that. They are virtualizing their substations. So the places where they transform high voltage to low voltage energy, in those places, they are very traditional setups. So they need to digitalize that to start using new business model like you that has on your rooftop some solar panels want to sell me your energy because you have too much energy. I cannot do it right now. I cannot buy it right now because there is not a business model. There is not the technology, apart of the regulation that it's coming, there is not yet the technology to allow me to do that kind of purchase.
Right, okay.
They cannot balance the network. They need to deploy AI models and some applications at the edge, at substations to do that. Imagine how many substations there are in UK. There are like 100,000, for example, probably. All those locations will have one edge device running applications like these ones.
Oh, wow.
So that's a huge market.
Yeah.
And this is not the only market. There are the water treatment the sector. You have the food and beverage that they are digitalizing their manufacturing product lines, etc., etc. So I foresee a 2025 really exciting.
That's really good to hear. And I can see from your booth, you're busy anyway.
Yes, we are.
So I'm going to let you get back to it. Juan, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you
you,
very
Mark.
much for your time.
Thanks for
Thank
your
you.
time.